Georgia's Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, the prosecutor for the Donald Trump case, would not have said, "I'm not on trial here."
Prosecutor.
Did that position look like this? Or did that position look like this? So no. After Wade.
Nathan Wade is his name. Get it right. And what's going on here is Nathan Wade is being interviewed again by Marlon Wayans. First of all, I don't know why he's doing these interviews. Like I don't know what's the ideal that he's trying to get to, right? Especially with an investigation, especially when you know that the Trump administration is trying to get rid of Fani Willis from the case. It's already a bad outlook, and knowing what was happening between him and Fani, the wife who has been left behind, and an entire divorce had actually taken place as a result. And you're going after one of the greatest president ever lived, one of the most powerful men in the world, Donald J. Trump. And you keep having these interviews. Do you care about the results? Because, you know, Trump's team is going to take advantage of stuff like this, right? I'm just letting you know. Anyway, but it's not just him, because Fani Willis has been speaking out as well. So let me call down here. I have a number of things to get past. Fani Willis went to a church recently and was trying to do some preaching. There she goes. We've seen this one before. That's old news. But we had this one was a little weird. I did do a video to that. It was just a number of ministers who came in defense of Fani Willis. It was the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my entire life as a minister. I'm like, what are these guys doing? You know, so I guess their goal was to defend Fani Willis.
And say, God will see me through, because history teaches us that if it had not been for the Lord, Israel would still be tending flesh pots in Egypt. If it had not been for the Lord, Israel would not have crossed the Red Sea. If it had not been for the Lord, Carter G. Woodson would not have created Black History Week that became Black History Month. If it had not been for the Lord, Dr. Martin Luther King would not have had a dream. If it had not been for the Lord, Georgia's Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, the prosecutor for the Donald Trump case, would not have said, "I'm not on trial here. No matter how hard you try to put me on trial, these people should be on trial for trying to steal the election in 2020. If it had not been for the Lord."
The Gospel of Fani Willis. Go check it out. I mean, it's 17 minutes long, so knock yourself out. And I was like, come on, guys, you can't be this bad. Anyway, here is Fani Willis in church. Yeah, she's trying to. How do I say this? I don't know. She's trying to preach. Again, this is the gospel, not the gospel of Jesus. It's the gospel of Fani Willis.
What can I say? I live the experience of a Black woman who is attacked and over-sexualized. See, I'm so tired of hearing these idiots call my name as Fani in a way to attempt to humiliate me. Because like silly schoolboys, the name reminds them of a woman's rear, of her behind. Yes.
I know she's making reference to. All right, I don't think we should be sexualizing the girl, but unfortunately, when you have a case with Nathan Wade like that, it's kind of like, you know, kind of did this thing to yourself, you know that, right? And just saying. So Nathan Wade was giving an interview here on CNN, and then he had to pause because I guess the handlers didn't like the answer that he was thinking about giving, or he was about to give, or they wanted to make sure he answered accordingly. Let's listen to this. This was a little weird.
Just to clarify, when did the romantic relationship between the two of you start?
Yeah, so, we get into, there's been this effort to say that, okay, these exact dates are at issue, and these exact dates are, I'm getting signaled here.
This is such a bad look, man. Come over here, boy.
Can I go off mic for a second?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me tell you what to say.
Keep rolling. Don't stop now.
Let me counsel you. I can't believe CNN aired this. I can't believe CNN didn't clip this part. So that tells me the narrative has completely changed. The fact they even allow this to go on, they even put that in the clip, I'm still shocked by that. That's CNN, fake news network. I can't believe it. This is wild. So now look at the difference in the answer.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Just to revisit the question, it was to clarify when the romantic relationship started and when it ended.
Sure. So, I believe that the public has, through the testimony and other interviews, the public has a clear snapshot that this is clearly just a distraction.
Distraction,
It
yeah.
is not a relevant issue in this case, and I think that we should be focusing on more of the facts and the indictment in the case.
Well, I ask because obviously it's still a pending matter. It's going to be before the Court of Appeals, and you talked about how proud you were of all the work that you did in this office. And
So you notice how different his answer had been? His entire behavior has changed afterward. But he keeps giving interviews, though, because this is the one we're going to talk about today. Knowing the nature of the case and what is going on, why would you be saying stuff like this? So we have to keep it small because, copyright laws and everything. So we're going to keep it this small. So it's just... this is a bad look, man. This is a bad look. Okay, so... All right, let's blow things up just a little. All right, here we go. Take a listen to this.
So let me ask you, when old girl was like, hey, babe, you want to be in charge of this prosecution of the President of the United States who did this insurrection? Did you think, like, this could get messy? Or you was like, nah, I'll be all right.
We did not have that type of relationship
Right.
at the outset, and we were interviewing other people for the position.
What position was it?
It was the position of
Which
special
position?
prosecutor.
Did that position look like this? Or did that position look like this?
So no.
After Wade resigned as special prosecutor, Trump's law dogs
goodness.
still tried to use their relationship to get the case thrown out. They compelled his ass to
Yes.
testify and grilled this hard.
Did you go to a cabin with Miss Willis ever?
But the homie had answers.
Ever?
Ever. Start counting. It shouldn't be that hard to figure that one out.
No.
You remember booking a cabin?
I booked lots of cabins.
My question is, when you booking all these cabins,
So
how many district attorneys you be smashing in cabins?
0.
Is it Airbnb or Verbo? Where you be getting all these cabins from? That's what my people want to know.
Where do I get them?
All right.
This is a bad look. This guy needs to just be quiet. I don't want to give counsel. I'm not a
So
lawyer.
let me ask you, when old
But I'm just saying, the more he talks, the worse thing gets, man. It's just such a sad reality. And again, going back to some of these ministers that were trying to justify Fani Willis' behavior, I don't believe we should condemn Fani Willis. Everybody make mistakes. Some people just or wild, but if you have this level of record against you, maybe you should not be going after the greatest president in the entire world. You should not be going after one of the most powerful men in the world right now, which is Donald Trump. Whether you like it or not, one of the most powerful men in the world right now. So taking Trump down by any means necessary, it seems like this one of those efforts that everybody's like, yeah, if you can take Trump down, this will boost your career. Well, if you miss, that's the end of your career also. So. And I think Sister Fani has missed miserably. And by all means, she should be in church. She should be in church meeting the Lord. The Lord is good, He's merciful, He's gracious, He's long-suffering. He will forgive you of your sins, your fornication, what you've done. Even though you've destroyed somebody's marriage, the Lord will still forgive. I believe that. But you can't play the victim, though. You're not a victim, sister. This one thing you're not is a victim. And I don't think we should send death threats, none of that. But if you think you're going to avoid criticism and allegations and name called when you're going after one of the greatest men, one of the most powerful president ever lived and still alive and well, if you think you're going to go after that guy and nobody's going to bother you, I mean, you must be living under a rock. You cannot be this bad in your thinking. But Nathan Wade having these interviews is just giving firepower to the Trump team, and they're gonna use stuff like this into their benefits to say you can be in the case. Neither Fani Willis, she's got to go. But I'll tell you what, this was hilarious. This was hilarious. Yeah. He just has to keep his mouth shut. But he can't help himself. If you got that much money, right, you already rich, even though you destroyed your marriage with this woman. Bad decision, by the way. I will not trade my wife for some business partner. But nevertheless, you already have money. Like, what do you want? Some celebrity clouts? Do you want to be famous? You're already famous for the wrong reasons, but why you keep talking about stuff like this on these TV shows? Like, why do you go there? They're going to ask you those questions. You want to be the face of the guy who was going after Donald Trump, even though they kick you off the case because of what you were doing. There was a lack of self-control, obviously. Fani Willis and yourself were too busy doing whatever it is you guys were doing. And now, but you're still giving interviews? I mean, this guy is out of his mind crazy. I can only imagine how Fani Willis is feeling right now. I can only imagine, but I don't even want to hear it. That's between them. They could figure these things out between them and the Lord. I'll tell you what, leave Donald Trump alone. He's trying to make America great again, trying to take Trump down. You end up making yourself look bad. Anyway, much more could be said. Share your thought and perspective with me. I want to hear from you. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. By the way, guys, I'm going to bring back those Donald Trump t-shirts, the mug shots. I'm bringing them back because some of you were asking about that. So I'm going to put them back on the store. So as soon as they're back, I'll put a post on my page so that you guys can check it out as well. So I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. Have a good one. Bye.